Hello everyone. This week's video is about character creation. Now, I only cover the basics of character creation. If you want me to actually create a character, I will do that on camera for you. Just let me know in the comments. And with that said, let's get started. Creating a character. Now, there are 5 initial steps for creating a character, and there are steps within each step. Now, each of those first steps are: Step 1, the 8 attributes and bonuses. Step 2, hit points and SDC. Step 3, your OCC. Step 4, equipment and money. Step 5, alignment. In step 1, your 8 attributes are IQ, ME, MA, PS, PP, PE, PB, and speed. 3 6-sided die are rolled to determine each attribute. The higher the number, the greater the ability. If the attribute is 16, 17, or 18, roll an additional d6 and add it to the total number. IQ. This attribute determines if you have any skill bonuses. ME, mental endurance. Measure the amount of mental and emotional stress the character can withstand. MA, mental affinity. This bonus goes towards your trust and intimidate factor. Basically, how well you are capable of talking to people. PS, physical strength. This attribute determines how much you are capable of lifting and carrying. PP, physical prowess. Shows the degree of dexterity and agility of the character. Those with a high enough number in PP get a bonus to strike, parry, and dodge. PE, physical endurance. This determines how much your body can withstand before you die. PB, physical beauty. This attribute is attached to your charm and impress roll. Here are the bonuses. As you can see, the attribute goes up to 30. This is for Zentradi. Hit points and SDC. Hit points can be thought of as the amount of physical trauma your body can take before you die, such as cuts, bruises, etc. Determining HP. The amount of HP you possess is actually determined by your PE. That is your base health points. Then you roll a d6, add those together, and that is your starting HP, and you roll a d6 each additional level. Recovering HP. Now, recovering HP in this game is a long, arduous process. If you have non-professional treatment, but someone who still knows first aid, you'll recover 2 points every 24 hours. If you are under professional treatment, hospital, professional doctor, etc., you'll receive 2 points of healing a day for the first 2 days, and 4 points a day for each following day after until you are fully recovered. Surviving coma death. If your hit points are brought to 0, you lapse into a coma, and you have to be either revived with someone who has a first aid skill, or you die. Your physical body can take up to negative your PE. So if you have a PE of 9, you can take up to negative 9 before you die. If you reach negative 10, you die instantly with no hope of recovery. Coma length. Your coma length is determined by your PE, the equivalent of 1 hour per PE point. Therefore, if you have a PE of 9, you'll last 9 hours. A PE of 10, you'll last 10 hours. With the draining rate of 1 hit point of damage per hour that you go untreated, provided that you aren't hit by external attack, which will drain your health even further. Recovering from coma. If you are brought out of coma, you are brought up to 1 hit point above 0. Any damage after that, you will lapse back into a coma. Structural damage capacity, megastructures, and MDC. What is SDC? SDC is determined in 2 categories: a physical object and a living being. For example, if a chair has an SDC of 10, it is destroyed when its SDC hits 0. If a person has the SDC of 10 and their SDC hits 0, then they start taking physical health damage. Now, what is SDC meant to be the equivalent of? For living beings, it is meant to be the equivalent of amount of damage you can take before your body is truly injured. For example, boxers are trained to take blow after blow without any real damage. Excellent example of this. I weigh 300 pounds. If I were to punch a young Mike Tyson in the face, not only would he not flinch, I'd more likely break my fist. That is because he has an SDC far greater than mine. There is artificial armor within the game that grants you SDC bonuses. Pieces of armor have an AR, armor rating. Simply put, an armor rating is what you have to beat in a roll of 20 to do damage to the person beneath the armor. I'll go more into details during the combat video. MDC. What is MDC? Well, MDC is, for mathematics, 100 times stronger than SDC. An MDC structure is not harmable by any SDC at all. All to do is scratch the paint. However, if MDC damage strikes an SDC object, the object is obliterated, with no exceptions. That includes living beings. Why is this the case? Many MDC attacks are either energy or explosives. Selecting an OCC. Now, I don't tend to cover this all that much after all. We already covered OCCs. But this is a quick explanation of where OCCs are and where they come from. Talking about the bonuses that come with them. Multiple OCCs is possible but not recommended. Starting money and equipment. This is determined by your OCC. They'll always tell you what you have, but with that said, there are usually a few things that come standard, such as radios and rations. Selecting your alignment. Now, alignments aren't something I really want to dive too deep on. We will cover one alignment, which is my favorite because I feel it's the most versatile. The neutral. In this game, there is no such thing as true neutral. You are either good or evil or selfish, which is kind of neutral. The good alignments are principled and scrupulous. The selfish alignments are unprincipled and anarchist. The evil alignments are miscreant, aberrant, and diabolic. The one I'm covering is unprincipled. I like unprincipled because it gives you the most versatility in what you're capable of. You still lean towards the idea of helping people, but not necessarily for free. Here's what I'm talking about. An unprincipled character will have a high regard for life, will always keep his word of honor, lies and cheats if necessary, especially towards those of evil alignment, will not kill for an unarmed foe, helps those in need, will not use torture unless absolutely necessary, works well with a group, especially if profitable, never harms an innocent, never kills for pleasure, dislikes authority, never betrays a friend. Now, I know that sounds restrictive, and in some ways it is, but it gives you a very well-defined aspect of what you can and can't do without getting in trouble with your alignment. Plus, this way you are capable of helping people without being immediately obligated to help them for free. After all, it does say especially if profitable. And that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. I hope to see you at next week's video. Have a great week.